to Divine Tea with Luna. I'm Adrasti Luna for those of you who are new. A quick update. I have not been uploading on a regular basis for a really long time, and I think there's been more than a month between my last upload and this one. So I just want to give you a quick update. September end, I got COVID. Then I took 2-3 weeks to recuperate, and then again during Durga Puja on the 8th day Ashtami, I again fell sick to a viral fever. That time it was not COVID. The seasons have changed now, thankfully. I live in Kolkata, so the seasons are the season has a mind of its own. The climate, the weather, like you can't be sure. It can start raining anytime, and so that was what was happening during Durga Puja, and that happened. I took some time to recover. And then I shifted houses. As you can see, this house is different. And once that happened, the shifting was really hectic on me. And then my body gave up. And then I went to the doctor, and the doctor said I might have dengue. And the thing is, I've already had dengue, so I thought I would be immune. But guess what? It wasn't. But then I took the herbal remedy this time, and it worked wonders, and I became okay within 3-4 days. So there's something going on with my body for the last 2-3 months or so, because I've been falling so ill, and I know for a fact that I've not fallen that ill in the last 2 years. My health has gotten better since I'm in a better space mentally. AKA out of a toxic relationship, and that happens to me. Okay. But then that's what was happening, so I knew that my mind was in the right place, but I don't know why the hell was this happening. But anyhow, like all of you, Luna is also on a journey, and Luna is also going to have her ups and downs, but here I am again. And today's pick a card reading is about healing your inner child. Okay, so this topic is very important, and I've made a list of topics of important things that I really want to make a pick a card on. So, healing your inner child. What does it mean to heal your inner child? Between the ages of 0 to 7, everyone, all of us are like a sponge. We just absorb everything in our environment. And to the unawakened people, the people who are still not very aware of themselves to begin with, to be aware that there is a higher power, to be aware there are other dimensions, to be aware of the fact that you yourself are multidimensional. That is going to take a little bit of time, right? But before that, you have to be aware of who you are, why you are the way you are, what are your trigger points, why do you get triggered, etc., right? So it often happens so that it just doesn't happen with us. It's happened to our parents as well, that our emotional ages do not grow sometimes beyond 10 or 15. Because emotionally, as we're growing up with time and age, but emotionally we do not process them, because most of the families around us are toxic or dysfunctional, or they have parents who do not who haven't processed their own things, and they just give it to their children like inheritance, like take my trust issues. Like, I know for a fact that this has come from my father. No, it had used to come. So I was somebody who used to live in this 3D world of fear, like before anything you do, you would be fearful. And I know that my father was like that the last time I knew him, and I know that distinctly because my grandmother used to be like that. She made my father so scared of water itself that my father grew up to be hydrophobic. My father was very staunchly against me swimming any day, and also there was an incident with my brother where he hit his head in the swimming pool, and then you know how the elder sibling ruins it for the younger one. But moving on, the point being that so I noticed that there was a pattern in this thing. Like, it's a small thing, the fear of water, being hydrophobic. And I'm somebody who loves the water. I'm an empath, and I'm a Scorpio 12th house stellium, so I have a lot of water in my chart. So that's something that really heals me, that calms me, and it's taken a toll on me that this year the swimming pool's been closed. But okay, life has been given us tragedies this year, and it's okay. But moving on, we carry a lot of things from our childhood, and if you don't address them, it will F you up. And now you might ask, like, okay, how are we gonna do it? That's what the pickle card is about. So I'm gonna pull tarot cards for every pile. There are gonna be 5 piles. You can choose from number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and there'll be a lot of oracle cards as well. But what I wanted to really say is that healing your inner child is important, because the relationship that you have with yourself, the things that we say, your core self, that is your inner child. Because you know how we're like, she's a child at heart, and in Hindi we have a phrase, dil to bachcha hai ji. Your heart is like a kid, and that is true, because go back, when we are babies or when we are very young, we are unconditioned. We have not yet taken over the brainwashing from society, all the rules and regulations and how to be and what to do. Enter the rat race from a very young age. We don't know all those things. We don't do all those things. But as you grow up, you'll see that okay, first the competition was in the classroom, voila, then it goes out of the classroom and goes to which college and university you go, then it becomes to what kind of job you have. It doesn't end there, and then it goes on to what kind of a person you marry. Who has the kids first? Whose kids are the best? So from your life to your child's life, it's a bloody rat race. And it's so difficult to disconnect. It's so difficult to come out of this programming. But we all will have to break out of the matrix at one point or the other. Some will do it sooner, some will do it later. But this video is actually one of the steps to it. So how do you heal your inner child? You heal your inner child by sitting with yourself and listening to yourself. You do that by being away from people. You do that when you start recognizing what you as a person need, what you as a child would have wanted. The dreams that you had when you were young. All those things come up together, and these things might look very small, but life was never about the grandiose. It's always been about the small things. Like, for example, if you're dating someone new, okay, and so when you're doing that, it's the small things, whether you get a text out of the blue, or whether the person tells you like the most tiniest things that seem irrelevant, and you wouldn't necessarily say that to your crush or somebody you're dating, because again, in dating also there are like 10,000 rules which I don't understand. I don't even understand what's the difference between dating and being in a relationship. I'm like, I like you, you like me, we're together. Seriously, there are so many rules. And like there are people who have made legit careers and 2-3 million following of their own just by telling each gender how to get the person. It's hilarious. Like this world, it's like you can look at it in two ways. The world is either a tragedy or it's either a comedy. So you know which way. Okay. But that's how we're gonna do the inner child healing thing, and just knowing and understanding yourself. It even happened. I remember one time I was actually, this was during the early part of the year, and I was like, I need to honor my inner child, because the journey to even self-love is going to start only after you start knowing your inner child. It's only after you start dealing with them. Sometimes you can have more than one inner child, because maybe you're a Pisces, maybe you're a Gemini, and you have duality over duality. I know people like that, but the point is that your inner child wants your love, because your inner child is the most vulnerable part of yourself. Your inner child is the part of yourself. You know, when people say, I take time to open up, so people who take time to open up, they are very essentially scared to make the other person meet their inner child. But they can't help it, because their inner child is like the most authentic version of themselves. And you know, and I know it hurts so damn much, because after a point when you think you can trust the other person, and you do, and you finally make them meet your inner child, you show them your vulnerabilities, you stand naked in front of them, metaphorically. And then they go and F it up. Then they go and dishonor your child. Then they go and don't do the things that you're supposed to do. If you're a good person, like decent person, just even, you know, so on and so forth. And it's not nice. So I've gone on that journey, like back and forth in terms of relationships, and you know what the funny part is, even with my own parents. So, and I realized that even they did not know my innermost child at various junctures. They did not know who it is, who I am, who I was. After a point when you've grown up, it's only you and you who has to take inventory of your inner child, what she needs, what he or she or they need, how you should fulfill them. Because if you don't love your inner child, you will find it in other places, which is not going to be healthy at all. Right? So that was the introduction. Thank you. So now go ahead and choose between the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, and I'll meet you at your pile. Also, disclaimer, this is the thing that you're supposed to do. Okay, disclaimer, this is a general reading. A lot of people are going to read, a lot of people are going to see this pick a card. It is very natural for certain points to not match with your current situations, because when I'm channeling and I'm reading the cards intuitively, I do not have the control over it. And what I'm speaking, I am not, it's like somebody else has taken the steer and I'm on the passenger seat. So there might be things that don't resonate with you, but take what resonates with you, because whatever resonates with you is what is meant for you. Okay, so That's about it, and I'll meet you at your pile. And do not hesitate. If you get a calling that okay, it's not just going to be one pile, it can be 2 piles. Go ahead and see it, because there are different messages for different things at each pile. Okay, I'll see you at your pile. Okay, now let us see those of you who chose pile number 1. Starting with your tarot cards. Okay, you got the Death card, and you got the Strength card, and you got the High Priestess card. Okay, wow. First, I'm so sorry to drop it. The first card that you got is the Death card. Okay, and getting the Death card means that the way you heal your inner child is via a transformation that you have never experienced before. It also means that the present self that you are, that needs to die so that a new you can come in. Okay, with the Strength card, I see Spirit is asking you to stand and ground and root yourself in your inner strength. And when the High Priestess comes up, it is more of a indication that you need to listen to your intuition, and your intuition is going to guide you. But along the way, you will also find a lot of dualities, if you look at the traditional Rider-Waite deck and you see the image of the High Priestess, there's actually, and I feel some of you are Scorpios in this pile, because I know High Priestess is not a card that is associated with Scorpio, but in the traditional picture, Rider-Waite deck, behind the pillars and behind that curtain, you see there's still water. So the thing is, you're being asked to be somebody who has taken a clear understanding and discernment of both the black and the white. High Priestess is not someone who speaks a lot or who goes on talking about what she knows or what she has understood. She keeps those things to herself. She opens her mouth only when she needs to. So the point I'm telling, these 3 cards are also major arcana. So this is a major change in your life. This is something that would, it's like if this change was supposed to happen and you were supposed to meet someone or like an old friend or a family member, after a month of this change, they'll not recognize you. It's like you will not speak the same language. That's what's going to happen. And along with that, you got King of Cups reversed, Page of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Okay, again, a lot of major arcana energy here. So a lot of emphasis being on the fact that this is a major life change. And the way you get through all of this is by taking your High Priestess with yourself and being the Hermit. You need both of them. And these are very solitary cards by themselves. Hermit by default is somebody who retreats back and is only with themselves and is away from the world so that they can go inward. And High Priestess, I know it's not traditionally said that she's a solitary person, but I really feel she is. Otherwise, there's no way in hell that she can practice her craft, understand the dualities, and also have the discernment. Because all of those things come to you when you're by yourself. Page of Pentacles is making me realize that somehow healing your inner child is also going to be associated with financial freedom. So it might be that while growing up you had a lot of issues around money, and money was not really looked at from an abundance mindset. And not just that, when King of Cups reversed is coming in, it is saying that I feel that somewhere it has been very unbalanced. The emotional world which you grew up in, it was very, very, very unbalanced. So as a result, you know the extremes of it. Either you flow with things, or you like restrict. There's no in between. And this is such a Scorpio thing to do. Okay, like I'm not somebody who would always talk about zodiacs, given the signs, given the cards, because everybody has them. And let me sip my coffee. Such an irony. The channel's name is Divine Coffee. But coming back, so that's how it is. Like, there's a heavy energy of, see, you're going to be alone on this path. Nobody. Anyhow, doing the inner work and doing your shadow work is always a very solitary path. But yours is an exceptionally lonely journey, which also tells me that you're not somebody who has a faint heart. You, my friend, are very strong, more than you know it. You are so strong, and I think this is also something that you've had to grow up with. You've had to be strong from a very young age, or you have to be the mature one. And as I'm saying about these things, I'm like, I feel a lot of similarity between us. But this is not my pile. This is not the pile that I chose. Anyhow, let's going forward. Okay. Let's see. Release the old and reset. I ain't even saying these things, the cards. Okay. And then you got Arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. Yeah. So since this is going to be a path which is very solitary, and you would have only yourself to depend. You will have nobody else to depend on this path of healing your inner child. The way you do it is, again, you have to find that deep strength within. Also, I feel your root chakra is out of balance and your throat chakra is out of balance. Yes, I don't know why that suddenly came to me. Also, so if your root chakra is unbalanced, you'll never find security. Also, that Page of Pentacles energy that says, it actually, all pages are a beacon of the new thing is coming. So Page of Pentacles basically enlightens you about the value of money. Okay, it is about how to make more money. It's about learning how to really fulfill yourself materialistically and financially. And it's not a bad thing. Money is not the root of all evil. It's not. That's a 3D thinking. But we are moving, we are changing, and this change is happening very fast because we're approaching the end of 2020. So you really have to buckle up. Okay? Next. You've been training this for ages. I see heavy ancestral patterns being broken. Yeah, and if you think you can't do this alone, you're absolutely wrong. The Great Gathering, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits and soul tribe. Once you heal your inner child, you are going to meet your soul tribe. And again, a very, very, very deep emphasis on intuition. Okay? Ascending the mountain. Keep going forward. I told you it's going to be difficult and it's going to be a lonely path. That's alright. Spirit is with you. How many? Okay. And like if I ever shuffle on camera, I would have to show you. But look at these two cards, okay? You got the Autumn because it's kind of autumn somewhere. Not really. Maybe we have one. Okay, so you see, release the old and just rest, and then you get time to move on. Time to move on. It's time to let go of the old and go on out so that the new can come in. So Spirit is telling you that new things are on its way for you, but it's you who has to really, really let it go. Okay? Balance spirituality and practicality. Wonderful, wonderful message in full moon in Pisces. Right. That's why the practical side and the spiritual side, the emphasis on intuition and also having money. Yeah. I mean, having money is important, and money is an energy, money is an accelerator, so you shouldn't be feeling bad about. A blessing on your intuition. Oh my god. A blessing on your intuition. Okay. And so these are the crystals that can really help you. Okay. And I have to show this to you again. Where's that card? This is what happens when you don't read on the table. Right, okay. So there's this heavy message of surrounding yourself with protective energy. Right? And then the two crystals that you get is, one is the black obsidian and the other one is leopard skin jasper. Okay, and the black obsidian, though it is talking about angel of focus and all of that, but I'm going to read this out for you. But because I have also worked with black, no, I've not worked with black obsidian, but it's a protective stone, and yeah, it protects. So have you been feeling scattered lately? Are you unable to focus on what's important? Look at all that is going around you. Prioritize your intentions. Focus on one thing at a time. Ground yourself so that you can accomplish your goals. Again, heavy emphasis on grounding. I have to say this, okay. So I took the Spirit Science 7-day transformational course. I did complete it in parts, but the first one thing that Jordan keeps saying is that we always think that it's about the energies going from the root chakra to the crown chakra, but that's really not the truth. It's actually crown energy is also flowing from the crown chakra to your base chakras. So it's basically when you become a channel and you're able to take all these energies and work together. So it's a culmination of things. That's why all your chakras need to be balanced for that energy flow from up and down, so that you are able to ground energy on earth and also send back energy into the universe, because we're doing that all the time, back and forth. Okay, this is an affirmation for you. Okay, I am focused and stay on track until a matter or situation is settled or complete. I accomplish what I set out to do. I pay attention and listen carefully. I am attentive to my own needs and the needs of others. And the next crystal that you got is leopard skin jasper. If you are able to find and source crystals, work with them. Crystals are amazing. I'll do a series on them very soon. Okay. Are people around you suddenly changing their tune? Have you decided it's time to change yours? Do you need more flexibility like a leopard? Stalk yourself mentally, physically, spiritually and emotionally. Observe yourself and those around you, because this card, where's the card? Observe yourself and those around you. This is what the High Priestess does. This is what she does. She observes and she sees, and that's how it goes on. Affirmations for you are, again, the next one. I am flexible and adaptable. I objectively observe circumstances and seize new opportunities as situations naturally shift and change. I bend and flex with the flow of life around me. There is no resistance, only willingness. That's your reading, pile one. If you resonated, please let me know down in the comments. If you like the video, like and maybe share it with someone who can benefit from seeing this video. Okay, pile one, go focus on your intuition. That's what you need. That's who you are, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of change. Ground yourself in your strength because you are an infinite being. You are strong beyond your imagination, and spirit is always with you in essence. Okay. Moving on to those who chose pile number 2. Okay, for those of you who chose pile number 2, you guys got a lot of tarot cards. Yeah. First one is 3 of Cups. Your inner child needs a lot of celebrations in life. What I mean to say is that your inner child needs to find 2 things. First is that your inner child likes celebrations, so might be coming from a family or a background or somewhere that you guys don't celebrate a lot of things. Just being together and coming together as a family, you would love to do that, but you don't really do that. Okay. So that is what your inner child wants to celebrate things, and it also wants it to be celebrated, in the sense you need to celebrate your inner child. You need to look at your achievements and accomplishments till this date, and if you say, oh no, I don't have any achievements or anything, it's not true. Because I understand, maybe again the way society tells us, oh, you have accomplished something, you have achieved something, if you've done something according to society's standards, rules, regulations, but it's not like that. If you're a kind, compassionate person, trust me, you have achieved something. That is something so difficult to find in today's world. It's an achievement beyond anything. Because how many of us have the strength to be kind and compassionate in a world which is undergoing such a tumultuous change right now? We can see so much more contrast. We have never seen more radicalization in everything almost, right? So yeah, celebrations and an emphasis on friends. Okay. Then you got 6 of Cups. Yeah, so this is a card of the past. 6 of Cups, and because a lot of cups came in your reading, let me see. Then you got 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, and 8 of Wands. Okay, but then you got cups more. Okay. So cups more. So the more emotional work that needs to be done is in terms of emotionality, and a little bit on the mental, a little bit on the materialistic, and a little bit on your passion. Okay, I'm gonna go about it one by one. So 6 of Cups, somebody from the past, of course, somebody from the past. Sorry for the glitch. Okay, yeah. So somebody from the past, there was some kind of an unequal thing between in a relationship from your past. It can be I'm sensing something to do with a male, not with a female. There's an unequal relationship in your past with a male, and not just because, of course, but I was not getting any intuition about a female, and it was unequal in terms that You deserved more, but you didn't get more. This person withheld their love. And the thing is, you have to go back in the past and fix it. Now you'll be like, oh, Luna, how's that possible? So you know that right now is all we have. Everything exists right now. So I'm not saying that the events that took place can change, but the way your body reacts, and let's say the way you want your body to respond to that event, that can change. Your perception of the event can change. The event cannot change. Alright, so the perception of the event changing is how you change your past. And this is very important. Some kind of, I want to say father, but I sense that for a lot of you it's not just the father. It can be a brother, or it can be it can even be an in-law. So I don't know, somebody might watch this who's like old, who's gotten married as kids already, and a lot in their married life, in their previous married life, things were not like pretty stable, or it was not equal in many senses, and so on and so forth. So there's something from the past which is going to come back, and you have to deal with it. Okay? And I think for you, I feel, seeing your cards, I don't feel that you need like like the previous spiral, they really need to work at it. But I feel for you, it can naturally heal. Just give yourself that celebration. Just acknowledge what you have achieved till date. That is going to heal you. Okay? Because I see a lot of people coming in and helping you. I see like the first card that you got, right? 3 of Cups, the card of celebrations. So the thing is, yours is not a solitary path. People will be coming in and helping you out, and there would be times when you don't even know how they're helping you out. The next is 3 of Pentacles, right? Now 3 of Pentacles is about collaborations. So maybe working with others, in the sense that gives you some kind of financial gain or some kind of career thing. Working with others, like a huge point in your reading is other people. It's the other people who are going to come and direct your healing. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Go fulfill a wish that you once had in your childhood, that you completely forgot, that you didn't do it anymore. Also, there's this thing that this is going to happen very fast. Because first you get the 8 of Wands. Okay, so it's going to suddenly happen. Suddenly things are going to pick up, and you will see that suddenly things have picked up. Also a kind of foreign travel, maybe different people, different messages, and people have started traveling now. It's not like people are not. And Knight of Pentacles being reversed. I think you want to rush the situation, but this is also, like I said, of course things will pick up, but the journey is still going to be on the slower end. It's not going to be like, okay, the triggers can be fast soon enough, but I still feel it's going to take time, and you have to give time. You might want to rush things and like, I'm gonna heal myself at one go, okay, but no, healing comes in layers. Healing is like cutting open an onion. I'm gonna quote that and put it on the Insta. Okay. And the next one is 9 of Swords. So a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of overthinking, a lot of disappointments. But the moment you let people in and help you, I'm getting this feeling that all your anxieties will be You let go of it slowly, slowly. So that's how you're gonna make it upright. I get it now. Yeah. Till now you might have felt very lonely. But Spirit is saying that all you need to do is let people in and help you. Oh my baby. I know. See, this is also a very 3D thing to be like, I don't need no help. I am a rock star by myself. And even though I'm not denying that you're a rock star by yourself, I'm just saying let people in and help. Because you need people to help you. We were not meant to live life alone. You're not a lone wolf. Okay. You're a monkey living up with other cousin monkeys. Okay. So hilarious. Okay. But the point is that yes, this is also a block. This is an issue that you would not want to take help. Okay, that's an issue. Direction, guardian. Choose your path. I feel right now you are at that crossroad that, because this has become a way of living for you, Payatu. Yeah, and you need to change that. Ignite your passions. Ignite your passions. You have to fulfill something that you really wanted to from childhood. There is some wish that you really needed, that you really need to fulfill. Okay. Okay. What are you clinging on to? What are you clinging on to? What are you clinging on to? What? Past. Being alone, or unthinking that you're not gonna get, that you're not going to get enough help. That's what you're holding on to. The next card that we have is Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine. Okay, can you just see there are people in purple? Yeah, you are not supposed to do this alone. Not at all. And this is going to break a lot of patterns that you've been carrying from a young age of just doing it by yourself, you know. And also this might, and I think another reason why so many cups came out in your reading is because you need to admit that emotional part of yourself. You might be somebody who's like, I'm all brains and I will always choose my brain instead of my heart. That's not correct. Okay, I'm gonna read the affirmations and the crystals at the end. Okay, miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Absolutely. You have to believe other people are your miracles. Contemplation time. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. Something from the past. Void of course, no. Nothing will come out of the situation. Nothing will come out of the way you have been living your life to date. A blessing on your family. A blessing on your family. Okay. Oh, okay. And the two crystals that you got were rhodochrosite and jade. Okay. So, angel of inner strength. It is safe for me to be powerful in loving ways. See, I am magnificent in every way. I have the strength to do anything I set out to do with loving intention. I am grateful for the courage to be all that I can. Do you realize that you're magnificent? Believe in your magnificence and embrace your power. Know that you're strong enough to set boundaries with others and assert yourself in a loving manner. Allow yourself to be who you truly are, a loving and magnificent being. Okay, this is the crystal. It's a beautiful crystal. It's a little difficult to get, though I've been trying to get my hands on it. Okay, the next one is Jade. How is your health? What's going on for you financially? Take the necessary steps to improve your well-being. Eat health-promoting foods and incorporate exercise in your daily life. You have a good fortune and live a charmed life. Affirmations. I am healthy, prosperous and happy. I'm grateful for and enjoy all of the gifts that come into my life. All is well, I am joyous and life is good. I have gratitude, gratitude and gratitude. Okay, yes. Oh, that's it. That's your reading pile too. I've run out of cards. So, if you like the reading, please hit the like button. And if you like, subscribe. Also, please let me know if this resonated with you or if there was something that you would like to share down in the comments. Thank you so much. And now, moving on to pile 3. For those of you who chose pile 3 again, let's start with your tarot cards. You as a group also got a lot of tarot cards. Let's find out the reason. Yeah. 4 of Pentacles. Can go Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. First. So there are a lot of pentacles in your spread, pile number 3. Again, your inner child healing is intricately related to you feeling that you belong to this world and that you're grounded in this material world, and hence that means that you've got the financial means to fulfill your life. Okay. But some of you might have a scarcity mindset. You do not want to let go of money out of your hands when you get it. You're like, I'm gonna sit on it and I'm not gonna let it go. Okay? So that is something that happens to you. Also, it can also mean that you're looking for a lot of stability in life, basically. And that stability is coming because you got 10 of Pentacles, alright? You got 10 of Pentacles, and this card signifies that you are completely happy in your material, in your earthly life, basically. You shouldn't keep saying material. That you're happy in your earthly life, that you have the family that you want, you are where you are, you're happy. Sorry, I just live on the main road right now, so there'll be a lot of disturbances like this, except for when I'm shooting at night, so on and so forth. So yeah, you will be getting that, but there are 2-3 things happening here. First, right now, see, that is what you need to feel happy in your life. You want stability, you want a lot of security. So that means that your inner child, or when you were growing up, you saw a lot of instability money-wise. You also did not feel quite secure in where you were. You always thought you have to fend for yourself. And that might make you like a thorn on the rose, okay? And it comes with its own sets of challenges, but you have to forgive yourself for the way you coped up with it, because right now a new relationship is coming in your life. A new relationship is coming in your life, or it can also be like you are starting a new relationship with yourself, which is full of love. And this one thing I've realized, because I have also working with your inner child is also like a really long process. So I've realized that for the longest time I did not know how to receive. And the cup suit also shows that you need to tap into your divine feminine aspects. You need to allow intuition. You need to let things flow to you. You need to be able to receive, because that's what a very big aspect of divine feminine is. It's that intelligent flow of life, allowing that flow of life to occur and have faith in it. That's a very big part of it. And also, good times are coming, because you got the sun card. You got the sun card. You got the sun card. So happy times are coming, more fulfilling times are coming. You got 5 of Pentacles, which is also saying that you would be slowly and steadily transitioning into better places, in better financial standing. But it's going to take some time, but it's going to be okay. You got 8 of Pentacles reversed. Don't try to rush it. Don't think that it can happen overnight, because you might feel that. See, a lot of when we're dealing with our shadow aspects, a lot of things tend to happen, and there's a lot of things that can go wrong if you don't have somebody to guide you, in the sense that once you start healing, you'll be like, okay, it's gonna happen soon. I have picked up the pace, and it's all going to happen. I'll deal with it fast, because I want the happy times. That is something that happens. Sometimes the healing can be really fast, and then it slows down, and then it picks up. Everybody is on their own rhythm, and that is fine, okay? But you need to understand that whichever way now that you will be earning your living, or whichever way that is going to give you that financial stability, is going to come, but you have to give yourself some time to figure it out. And I'll tell you how. Because you got the Well card, and the Well card is not something, it's a major arcana card in the Ethereal Visions deck. And this Well is actually, this card signifies you being able to tap into source energy, and because there have, somehow I'm getting some of you have a lot of Pisces attachment, like a Pisces in your chart, because Pisces is one of the zodiacs, because it's the last zodiac, and that is that zodiac which has the closest connection to source. Okay, because they're so dreamy, because they're so intuitive. But this is not about the Pisces. This is not about them. The point is that you have the ability to tap into that source from where all the ideas come, from that place where things can start materializing. You have that power. And a big message that I'm getting is that you'll be good at anything you do. And that is why the message also that I got was that you have to give it some time, so that you can understand which path to go down, which will give you that kind of financial security and stability. Okay, you also got Page of Wands, and you also got Knight of Swords. Okay, Page of Wands is also again starting to learn something which ignites your spirit, that is something about, that is related to your passion. It is actually a card that highlights the need for that burning passion in our lives. And you also got the Knight of Swords. So once you find it, see, that is why that slow, fast paced thing, like your spread is filled with that. So once you find that, then you will like rush towards it, and there will be so much clarity and discernment around this decision that you would know that yes, this is what it is, this is what I should be doing. Okay, coming to your oracle cards again, make plans and focus and take time to reflect. This is a very beautiful card. Very beautiful card. Look. Oh, just what I was saying. She can tap into the universe. God damn the light. Yes, you know, she can tap into this universe. She can reflect. And that's what I was saying. You have the ability to do that. This card really doesn't. The Well card from the Ethereal Visions deck does not really come up so many times. But yeah, okay. Then you've got Soul Family. Call in your tribe. Let people in. Let people in. You definitely have a lot of water in your chart, because you got the card of Mintakan, the longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Sorry for the glitch. Yeah, so you got the Mintakan card. So, and you are somebody who has a very pure soul. You tend to incline to the positive polarity. I feel you would also, if you know about unity consciousness, you would be somebody who would abide or adhere to it. Okay, enjoy the journey, wandering path. So like I said, it's not going to be very fast and soon that you would be able to do this work, in the sense to be able to find out that gives you financial security and, you know, the 10 of Pentacles card, the groundedness. But that path that you choose to go down on, or just experiment and see, because like I said, it will take a little bit of time for you to find that, then you'll be gold. Positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people and avoid negativity. Yes. Be bold and make the first move. So if you guys know what it is, go forward. A blessing for Solace and Hope. I really like this deck. Blessed be cards. Okay, a blessing for Solace and Hope. Now, okay. The two crystals that you got is, one is the Snowflake Obsidian and the other is Carnelian. Carnelian is related to the root chakra and the sacral chakra, which again means if these chakras are blocked, you have a lot of guilt about enjoying yourself, having pleasure, and issues related to sex. If you overthink while doing it, or might have some issues about not doing it, might be something that you look into. Also, this is a sacral chakra, root chakra stone. So yeah, it's about you being on this plane right now. Okay. Okay. Are you involved in a creative project or starting to think about one? You are fertile with good ideas and the ability to conceive something magnificent. Love it when the cards are firm or insane. Have the courage to take action to make your dreams come true and allow yourself the time to create. Love. Affirmations. I am fertile in body, mind, and spirit. Creativity flows through me in many ways. I am brave and bring my ideas into actuality. My imagination is the key to my success. I envision my future and joyfully participate as it unfolds. Go check out Abraham Hicks on YouTube. That will really help you. It will really help you, okay? And the next crystal that you got was Snowflake Obsidian. It looks really nice, though I've never really seen it in person. Okay. Are you afraid of the dark or the unknown? And this is something that's going to keep up. Because when you go down an unknown path, when I started tarot, I was like, oh my god, what's going to happen with my life? Okay. But that is what happens. But you know what I got as like protective shield? I got faith in the universe. I got faith that spirit has my back, and I am a 12th house Scorpio stellium, and I've understood that people who have a lot of 12th house placements, again, that's the house of Pisces. That's why we are very close to source. That's why we can tap into it. But it also means it will come with a lot of the negative aspects of 12th house. You know, it's the house of enemies, of the unseen, the hidden, and a lot of things. Okay, listen to this. Do you feel vulnerable? There is always darkness within light. Darkness accentuates brightness to clearly see situations, people, and circumstances. Embrace the darkness to enhance the clarity in your life. Angel of contrast. I courageously see through the darkness of adversity to make positive changes that light up my life. I know there is light at the end of the tunnel. It also means that you have to keep the faith and hope. I see myself, situations, and others clearly and participate in the transformation of negative to positive. Okay. That's it for you, pile 3. If you like the reading, please hit the like button and please leave comments as to what resonated with you and if there was something that stood out for you in the reading. Help your friends who might need this video. So yeah, the way to heal your inner child is to build a materialistic foundation and ground yourself in this plane we're all living right now. Okay? I'll see you again later. Let's move on to the next pile. Now coming to people who chose pile number 4. Let's see what Spirit has to say about your inner child healing. First, see. 4 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, 3 of Swords. Okay. There's a feeling that I get that emotionally you are never really satisfied completely with everything that you get. Because somehow you were very idealistic when you were young and you expect and thought that things are going to be a certain way, and then you grew up and you realized that no, it's not the way it's going to be, but you still haven't come out of your idealistic mindset. I also see that one of the ways you have to let this energy go of the 4 of Cups, which it's like you have to let go of being unsatisfied with things. Also, a thing that will really heal your inner child is doing work-wise, doing 2 different things. I know this advice sounds very weird, but no, there's a reason. I feel. Let me check the other tarot cards. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. You're definitely somebody who's very intuitive, but recently you are not in touch with your emotions, and that is also affecting you in certain ways. And not in certain ways, like the moment you stop giving time to yourself, things drop. And like everything, spirituality is also a practice. If you don't have a set of practices, you can fall back, you can lag behind. But that being said, I also feel sometimes you use work as an escape to dealing with yourself, which is not first. Then you've got Three of Swords, so definitely you've had a lot of heartbreak, a lot. And I think that is also a reason why you're not completely always satisfied with what the hand that you dealt or the choices that you make. And then you get the Seven of Wands. So people defending yourself is very necessary to heal your inner child. So I feel that while growing up, you did not have a lot of support from the people nearby, and all you would love to have is to have a set of supporting people. And it feels like growing up you had a lot of disappointment again and again and again. People were always pointing a finger at you as to like, who do you think you are? And I know that whenever we are growing up and something like that happens, and it's even right now, whenever people say something about you, it's really about them, it's really not about you at all. So having said that, I feel you would do better if you really start standing up for yourself and defending what you believe in. Working in two different areas of life will really bring a kind of the need of satisfaction via different things, because I feel you would be somebody who would expect a lot. Like, of course, everybody has a set of expectation from their partners. I feel you will have a lot more. You got the Lovers in reversed. You basically got all of them in reverse. The Lovers, Queen of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. So the Lovers being reversed, one very, very clear message is that you're not indulging in self-love. The moment you start loving yourself at all fronts in every sphere, you'll heal your child. Queen of Cups, you have to have this need of supporting yourself and others. You are the agony aunt, I feel. You are the person to whom people go to once something goes wrong in their lives. But if you are out of balance, then everything else, just show you, then everything else goes out of balance. All the cards go reversed, and you got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And Wheel of Fortune would generally mean that good things are coming to you now. The wheel is turning. So now the karma that you have given, now that's going to be given back to you. So the scales would be balanced. But there's a huge imbalance in your energy right now, that you're not being there for yourself at all. And the way you do it is by defending yourself, by loving yourself in every sphere possible, and learning to accept the fact that you cannot have this feeling, oh my god, you can't have picture perfect partners, you can't have picture perfect relationships. You have to let go of that idea, and you have to finally be happy with what source is giving you. I'm not saying that you have to compromise if you feel that, okay, this is not working for me, I would have liked it to be something better. But yeah, you need to start need to start accepting and have stop having a little unrealistic expectations, because I am somebody who would always tell you no, go and get your dream. And by the way, this is the pile that I chose. Go and get everything that you want, everything that you imagine, want, desire. Go and get it. But I think that's a lesson for me as well, that you cannot have picture perfect relationships, or you can't have picture perfect relationships. I think that's all I like to say from Victoria Karake. But joy, success, happiness, all of it is coming your way. All of it is coming your way. Trust your instincts. Trust your instincts. Yes. You got a lot of cup cards. What and who is triggering you? So my dear pile 4, anybody who is triggering you is giving you a good information into what you need to work on. So yeah, what is not aligned and needs to change? What is out of alignment? The way you get into alignment is by trusting your instincts, by trusting your intuition. Reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. Might just be the light workers deck. Like this might be the pile where the people are light workers. Oh, you are manifestors. Watch your thoughts. It's important to only think about what you desire and not what you fear. Abraham Hicks, I would say for this group as well, go and check Abraham Hicks on YouTube. Right. Master manifestors. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Let go of the perfection. Perfection is like this deep, dark wound that humanity has, which desires perfection but denies process. You cannot become perfect. Perfection is a myth, it's an illusion. But you can do your best and let go of the unrealistic expectations you have from the relationships. Because life can be anything. Life can be anything. And I'm not saying that you cannot have the picture perfect relationship that you want, but the thing is to get here without attachments to unhealthy relations, toxic patterns and behaviors. You can reach there, but you need to reach here without these. So to let go of these attachments, you need to let go of this picture as well. Once you let go of this picture and accept what happened to you, and then you let go of these things, and then you wish this in your life, then it will be different, because you wouldn't even want it, because you've already let go. You've already overcome what you thought you needed. That's very powerful. Okay, and the last one is a blessing on friendships. A blessing on a friendship. So yeah, friends are going to be your saving grace. Okay, the crystals we got is lepidolite and amber. Okay, I'm going to read the amber one first again. Are you allowing someone or something to drain your energy? Establish boundaries, surround yourself in a protective shield to deflect negative energy, tap into the ancient wisdom within to transform your life. You guys are manifestors. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the affirmations. I have the courage to set boundaries with love and grace. I am protected from negative energies. I am connected with powerful ancient wisdom that keeps me safe and provides me with the know-how to make positive changes. Yeah, okay. And then we have lepidolite. Have you been feeling depressed? Yes. Do you have mood swings? It is time to restore well-being. A joyful outlook on life can be yours. Take the necessary steps to shift your focus from that which troubles you to that which brings you joy. Again, Abraham Hicks, focus on what you desire, not on what you don't desire. The affirmation. I consistently maintain a balanced and joyful outlook on life. I am so grateful for an inner sense of well being. I easily center my attention on the places, people, and things that bring me happiness. File 4, that was your reading. If you liked it, if you resonated with it, give me a like and comment down below if you liked it. Okay, thank you so much. Until next time, see ya. Now I'm gonna move on to the last, not the least pile. Pile number 5. Let's see what. I already see 2 of Cups, a new relationship coming. A partnership is going to heal you. You're also moving away from things that, okay, the way you heal your inner child is by giving it a lot of rest and knowing that you are the magician, because you got the magician card. So you can manifest your healing. I know. There was a time in my life when I was like, I'm unable to heal, this is not working. And then I heard someone say, manifest your own healing. Visualize that you are healing or you have healed already. Because in the quantum field, everything exists. Everything exists right now itself. So why will there not be a version of you who is already healed? You just need to channel them in, okay? You also have to move away from things which are not in alignment, which are not serving you. You also have to be a little careful of the people around you, because I feel betrayal is a common theme in your life. Okay, and moving on, you got 2 of Cups. A relationship, a partnership will heal you. Creativity, doing 2 things together, balancing 2 things together, and also being generous with the wealth that you accumulate eventually. Yes, these are the things that are really going to heal you. Pile number 5, okay? Let me once more see it. You have to be generous with your wealth, because as you know, money is an accelerator, it's an energy. You also have to at one point harmonize the dualities, harmonize the contradictions. You also have to really heavily put into your work. Like, one kind of work that you would do would be really creative and would really be something which is very intuitive, which flows. It's like intuition, because you got Page of Cups. Okay, yeah, and know that you can manifest your healing, but you also have to give yourself a lot of rest, because a lot of betrayal seems to be around you. Okay, a lot of people betraying you and sneaking away in the middle of the night. That seems like a thing in my life. So that's how. Okay. Learn from spiritual experiences. Watching this video right now is a spiritual experience. Then you have shed old skin. Shed old skin. Wait, pause, and say no. So even though you got the 4 of Swords, you got the resting card, the meditative card. So right now you really need to, in your process of healing your inner child, you really need to give yourself some time to process these things. You also have connections to the Pleiades, channeling and uplifting humanity. You know what? Go Google about Pleiades. Go look at their characteristics. See what kind of work they are doing with us, okay? Then we've got surrendering to the journey, release control. Yeah, so you might want to feel, you might feel that you're not in control of your life, because like I said, betrayal is a theme in your life. And you would be like, how is it happening? Why does everybody betray me? Then you have to ask yourself where you have betrayed yourself. This is a heavy video anyhow, because come on, you can't heal your inner child without this thing. So yeah, you need to figure that out, because the moments and the places where you have betrayed yourself generates the same energy that you're sending in out in the universe. So essentially, if somebody is doing something to you, it also means that you have also done the same to yourself at some point. And that is also, that acceptance is also a journey which is hard, but you can take it. And you are being helped. Help is around you. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see it. This is a very beloved deck of mine. Okay. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Yeah. So your hard work will pay off, and it's not going to be easy, because being betrayed and then gaining trust and trusting and surrendering to the universe is the journey is long. But I don't think that you won't be able to do it. You will be. And you've got a blessing, because you've got a blessing for healing injury and illness. Suddenly I am getting this image of a woman who has really gone through a lot of things in life, and she's just so tired. She's so tired of wanting and doing things and still being okay. And the two cards, the two crystals that you got is one Soda Light, and it says Angel of Calm Presence. That's what you need. And Apache Tears, and it says Angel of Comfort. I'm gonna read it out to you. Okay. Are you experiencing physical inflammations? Do you get headaches or sinus conditions? Is a situation in your life inflamed or turbulent? Use visualization, meditation, aromatherapy to calm yourself down. Use these tools to experience peace and tranquility, like that card said. Blessing for healing an injury or illness. I am calm. I am at peace. I am relaxed, and all is well. I live a spiritual, peace-filled life. I sail through life on calm waters, calm and nurturing waters. I enjoy good health, free of inflammation. You might also be someone who has autoimmune diseases, because your body will also manifest what's in your mind. Right. Are you grieving the loss of someone or something? Feel the grief and allow yourself to cry. Release the toxins from your body, mind, and emotional being. Comfort and peace are close at hand. Focus your attention on your desired outcome. I allow myself. Okay, these are the affirmations. I allow myself to feel my feelings and express them through my physical and mental actions. Tears flow easily, and I release pent-up emotions. I am able to let go. I am comforted, and I am at peace. Pile 5. Feel this really heavy energy around me in my heart. And I just wish I could reach out and give you a hug, because I know the place that you are in. I know how bad it feels. But help is always there. Help is always there. You just need to reach out. And more than anything else, before anybody else comforts you, you have to really sit with your child and heal her or him, them, because this is heavy work. And like I said, saying everything that I said about this pile, it's going to be difficult, but it's not undoable. Let go and trust the universe to bring you, because it is bringing you. Okay. Until next time, pile 5. Remember, you're infinite beings. You also got the Magician card, so you can do anything you want. You can have anything you want and like and desire, but do it for the right reasons. Do it with things because they're aligned with you. Okay? If you liked the reading, if you resonated, leave a like and a comment and subscribe to the channel if you liked it. And again, remember, we are all infinite beings, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.